branch company that is Henan Jinrui Food Engineering Company is specialized in manufacturing and supplying cassava processing equipment like machines for gari production, cassava flour production, cassava starch production, and other cassava related products. We can do proposal according to your requirement. Okay, let me give you a quick introduction about our company. This is our office. Our company was established in the year of 2011, and up to now, our company have been working in this field for 12 years. And now we have different branch companies that do different products, and even we have our own branch company, and we are going to set up our own workshop in Nigeria. And we have our very full team from the manufacturing, from the machine designing to manufacturing, equipment, shipping, installation, and commissioning of the whole production line. Our engineer can provide a professional and complete proposal based on client request. Up to now, our company's products have been exported to more than 90 countries around the world. This is our factory. Even our company established in the year of 2011, we began as our trading company. So our first factory set up is in the year of 2016. This is our old factory, and in the year of 2022, we expand a new workshop. This is a new workshop. And this is the company structure. It introduces the different departments in our company: the sales department, support center, and manufacturing center. Okay, next is the introduction of every branch company. So this company that I'm working for is for Henan Jinrui Food Engineering Company. We mainly do machines for starch production. In China, we do starch machines for potato and sweet potato starch production. And in overseas, especially in the Southeast Asia countries and Africa countries, we do cassava starch plant. Apart from starch production line, we also have machines for cassava processing. Like in Western African countries, we can supply machines for gari production, machines for fufu flour production, and machines for cassava flour production. If you have any requirement for this product, you can leave your message there, and our project manager will contact you to give you detailed introduction and a solution according to your condition. Okay, here are some pictures that we taken on the project site. This one is for the cassava flour project we did in Tanzania. And here is our clients came to our factory to visit our machines and to discuss about the project. And also we have a warehouse in Lagos, Nigeria, and our clients went to see the machines and pick up machines directly there. Okay, another is this is for another branch company that mainly do edible oil processing plant. And we also have branch company do the waste treatment and sorting plant like tire, oil pyrolysis. This branch company do the e-waste separation and recycling. Here is the ISO certificate for our company. And we have our own engineers, so we have the national patents for designing of the equipment. And some factory machining equipment. like the laser cutting machine, plasma cutting machine, the bending machine, welding machine, etc. All these machines can ensure that our equipment be manufactured as ensure the high efficiency manufacturing of equipment and ensure the high quality. This is how it looks like inside the workshop. You can see our factory has over total size is around 20,000 square meters. And here are some workers working in the factory and discuss about the mechanical issues. The next is the team introduction. This is our chairman, and he led our team and established our company in the year of 2011. And here are some different sales teams. We have overseas sales teams and domestic sales teams, and also the people working in Nigeria branch. This picture is our engineers. We have engineers for processing, design, mechanical, electrical that works in our factory. Okay, so next is the project case show. You can see that in China, we mainly do starch product for potato and sweet potato. And in Indonesia, we also have cassava starch project. In Southeast Asia countries like Indonesia, Laos, Thailand, Myanmar, Philippines, we have supplied cassava machines to these countries. And the main market is in Africa. You can see that we have projects in Nigeria, Tanzania, Ghana, Liberia, DR Congo, Sierra Leone. And we also have our branch company in Lagos, Nigeria, to ensure that to ensure good after-sales service. Here are some pictures for starch products. The one you can see now is the product in China. It's for sweet potato starch product. It's in Guizhou province of China. And this product is for potato starch. And this one you can see is the starch product we did in Indonesia. This is the starch product in Nigeria. Capacity is 20 tons input per hour. And this one is the Tanzania project for cassava flour production. This one is for the fufu flour product in DR Congo. And also this one is under installation. It's located in Uganda. It's for cassava flour production. Here are some pictures that we visit to our clients, like European countries and Southeast Asia countries and also African countries. Our boss and our managers went to the African countries like Sierra Leone and Nigeria. We met with the local government staff to talk about cassava project. Here are some delivery pictures. You know, for whole project, apart from the main equipment, there must be some spare parts, the small parts that should be packed well before shipment. We will pack all these small parts into our wooden case and then attach the list so that we cannot missing any parts when it's time for installation, and it can greatly ensure the efficiency of the installation. And for the project we did in China, we normally use our trucks to transfer machines. But if we export machines to overseas, we will load container and load machines into the container by our own worker, so that every machine can be put into the container well in case any damage. And I sent some pictures on the installation site. Okay, so the last part is about the equipment introduction. So firstly, I will give you a brief and quick introduction by using our 3D video, so that you can have a better idea about our design and how machine works. Okay, let's start. So this view you can see is a whole factory layout. We do this design according to the project we did before. It can give you a very clear layout and give a very clear understanding about the whole factory and the equipment. Let's start. Okay, what you can see now is the whole production line for cassava starch production. It will show you the whole process from beginning the raw material, fresh cassava tubers input, to the final dried cassava starch. This is how the line will be installed. And next, I will introduce you the process and every equipment one by one. So firstly, when we get raw cassava tubers from farm, we will put the raw cassava tubers into this hopper by our wheel loader. And then under this hopper, there is our vibration device that will send cassava tubers into the belt conveyor. It can ensure the evenly feeding of cassava tubers. And this belt conveyor will transfer cassava tubers firstly into our cleaning machine, the dry sieve machine. This machine can remove the impurities that are attached on the surface of cassava tubers and then discharge by the under hopper. After quick cleaning of cassava tubers, they will be dropped into our paddle washing machine for complete cleaning. So from paddle washer, cassava tubers will be sent to the next process by conveyor. We know that the cassava tubers, the size is very big and long. So firstly, cassava tubers will be cut into small pieces by this cutting machine. And then, under this cutting machine, there is our distribution device that will separate cassava pieces into different rasper machine by using the screw conveyor. Before cassava pieces drop down to the rasper machine, we designed our magnetic bars to remove metals to prevent the metals drop down and damage the rasper saw blades. And the rasper machine will crush cassava pieces very fine and after that we will get your cassava mesh slurry. And after that, this cassava mesh slurry will be pumped into our centrifugal sieve machine. This is a centrifugal sieve machine. It's used to separate cassava slurry and fibers. One stage of centrifugal sieve cannot ensure good separation efficiency. So normally we will match 4 or 5 stages to ensure high efficiency of separation and reduce starch loss. After the centrifugal sieve machine, the slurry will be pumped into fine fiber sieve machine to separate the tiny fibers that go through the screen. This is fine fiber sieve machine. And after that, the slurry will be pumped into our tank for short storage and then through a descender machine to remove the sand impurities. This is the sand descender machine. So after sand debris is removed, this slurry will be pumped into hydrocyclone station. Hydrocyclone station is used to remove the protein and cell liquids, these impurities, to ensure the high quality of final starch. You can see inside the cyclone there is a lot of white pipes. These pipes is used to separate protein from starch. Because starch particles has a large gravity, so it will be separate and discharged from the underflow, and for the protein and cell liquids will be discharged from the upper flow. So this chamber is separated into 3 parts. The middle chamber is the inside chamber, and the outside chamber will be starch and protein. As you can see in the video, you can see the yellow color liquid, the white color liquid, and the brown color liquid. The yellow color liquid is the input slurry, and the brown color is the discharged gluten and cell liquid, and the white liquid is the purified starch slurry. So you can see that the direction of starch and protein liquids are in opposite side. So this can ensure that the end product, by using this counter-currency principle, we can ensure the high purification of the final starch. So after hydrocyclone, we can get a very high quality starch slurry. This starch slurry will be stored into our tank, and then through the pump, this starch slurry will be pumped into our tank and then go to the pillar centrifuge machine. This pillar centrifuge machine is used to dehydrate the starch slurry, and from that, after dehydration, we can get wet starch powders, which is with moisture content around 40%. So after that, this wet starch powder will be sent into our drying machine. the flash dryer to reduce the moisture. This is the flash drying machine. You can see that this is composed of the drying tubes, the heat exchanger, the drying tubes, the cyclones, and the fan. So by the heat exchange between hot air and wet starch powder, the moisture will be removed and discharged out through the exhaust pipe, and the starch will be dried and finally discharged from the cyclones. So these cyclones will discharge starch, and then starch will be collected into a hopper and then drop down to the sieving machine. And after sieving machine, the below is our packaging device. The packaging machine can pack starch into bags. And this part is for the control room. You can see there are a lot of control panels, and also normally for large scale cassava starch line, we will match PLC control system to online monitoring and operate machines. Okay, so that's all for the introduction of the whole process. I believe that you must have a clear understanding of the whole process and equipment. And next, I will give you detailed introduction about the process by using the drawings. So for cassava starch production line, normally we will divide into 3 sections: the cleaning section, the processing section, and the drying section. And now I will introduce you all this section one by one. So the first one is the cleaning section. For each project, we will provide complete drawings from the design stage to the installation stage. Today, I'm going to show you the drawings for processing technology design. So this drawing is for cleaning section. Okay, let's see the details. So firstly, the cassava tubers will be put into our feeding hopper by our wheel loader, and then transferred by the belt conveyor to the dry sieve machine. This is dry sieve machine. Let me find the machine picture for you. Okay, so this is the feeding hopper, and you can see this feeding hopper is for short storage of raw cassava tubers, and there is below the feeding hopper there is our vibration device. It will send cassava tubers into the belt conveyor to ensure that there's no blocking of cassava, to encase cassava blocking under the hopper, and also to make uniform feeding of the cassava tubers. And this picture is a belt conveyor used for material transportation. And this machine is the dry sieve machine. It's used to remove impurities from cassava tuberous surface. So that is this cleaning machine, the dry sieve. And after cleaning, the impurities will be collected and discharged by the hoppers that are installed under the dry sieve machine. And if the area in the raw material area, the dust is very much, and we can also install a water pipe at the end of this machine to generate spray water to clean out the impurities. After that, cassava tubers will be dropped down into the paddle washing machine. This is the paddle washing machine. It's used for cassava cleaning and washing. And according different production capacity, this paddle washing machine can be designed into the single slot, double slot, or multiple slot. As you can see the picture, the left one is a single slot, and the right one is for double slot. According to capacity, we will also design the multiple slot to ensure the cleaning efficiency. So after cleaning, the impurities will be discharged from the bottom valve, and the cleaned cassava tubers will be transferred by belt conveyor to next process. To ensure the high cleanness of cassava tubers, you can also install a water pipe at the beginning of belt conveyor to ensure that there is no dust. And as you can see in the drawing, the impurities, the dirty waters, and all dirty waters can be collected and pumped into our water pool. You can do sedimentation of the dirty water and get upper cleaning water to recycle and use in the cleaning of cassava tubers. So this drawing is for the cleaning section. Let's move to the second part, which is the processing section. Okay, so this one is for processing section. In this section, it's mainly for cassava crushing and starch extraction and purification. I will introduce you the details. So firstly, clean cassava tubers will be sent into a cutting machine to cut full pieces cassava tubers into small parts. Let me show you the picture for this cutting machine. This is cutting machine. It's used for pre-crushing of cassava tubers. And for all knives of this cutting machine is made of stainless steel, food grade. It has the same material as cookers, which is safe and anti-corrosion. This is cutting machine. So after cutting, cassava pieces will be stored into our tank and then transferred by the swivel conveyors to next crushing section. And in this crushing section, we adopt a rasper machine. Let me show you pictures for rasper. This is rasper machine. It's used for second stage crushing of cassava pieces. Rasper machine has very high rotation speed, which is around 2000 RPM. So it can crush cassava pieces to the most extent to release starch particles as much as possible. In the market, rasper has the highest working efficiency, and the crushing rate is more than 96%. This is a very key equipment to ensure the starch yield. After crushing, we can get cassava pulp, and this cassava pulp will be collected and stored under this bowl, and then pumped to the next process. The next process is fiber separation. Here we use the centrifuge sieve machine for the fiber separation. Let me show you the pictures of centrifuge sieve. This is the centrifuge sieve machine. It's used for fiber separation. To ensure the extraction rate of starch, normally we will match the multiple stage of centrifuge sieve. Okay, as you can see in this drawing, for this line we designed the first stage. 1, 2, 3, 4, first stage. So firstly, the cassava pulp will pumped into the first centrifuge sieve and separate slurry and fibers. The slurry from the first stage will pumped directly to the next process, and the fibers from the first stage will be pumped into the second stage sieve and to clean and sieve again, so that the starch can be not discharged along with the fibers. And then the fibers from the second stage will go to the third stage, and the third stage fibers will go to the first stage. So by using this counter-currency cleaning principle, we can reduce the starch loss in the fibers, and cleaning water will be added to the last stage, and then this slurry will go forward from the last stage to the third stage to the second stage, and finally to the first stage, and discharge to the next process. So this design can ensure the high efficiency of separation and ensuring high starch yield. After centrifuge sieve machine, the next is fine fiber sieve. You know that there are some tiny size fibers that cannot be separated from the centrifuge sieve machine. So we will use this fine fiber sieve, which will have very fine mesh, and then it can separate these tiny fibers again. And after that, the next is descender. Normally, we will match two-stage descender machine to ensure that starch cannot be discharged and wasted along with the sand discharge. After descending process, then the next is to remove the protein and the cell liquids materials. For this function, we use the hydrocyclone station. So this is the hydrocyclone station machine. It's used for separation of protein and cell liquids, ensuring high quality of final starch. In our process, we adopt an 18-stage hydrocyclone to ensure high purification of starch products and reducing starch loss. The cyclone machine and the pipeline connecting between the cyclones are made of food-grade stainless steel 304 to ensure the quality of final starch and the safety food production. Let's go back to the drawings. So as you can see in the drawings, we matched 18-stage cyclone. So firstly, the cassava starch, the cassava slurry will be pumped into the fifth stage cyclone. To ensure that cassava starch, the final starch is purified, we matched 18 stage. The more stage of hydrocyclone we matched, the higher purification of starch, final starch will be. But considering economic the running cost and the final profit, we think that 18 stage is the best match. And in this 18 stage of hydrocyclone, we matched different. It have multiple functions: the concentration, refining, and recycling, so that we can ensure high quality of wood. So this 18 stage cyclone can ensure high quality of final starch, at the same time reduce starch loss, because we designed recycling function for this system. This is hydrocyclone. Okay, so after hydrocyclone, we will get purified starch slurry. And then this slurry will be pumped into the pillar centrifuge machine. The pillar centrifuge machine is used for dehydration of starch slurry. Through this machine, we can get wet starch powder with moisture content around 40%. Okay, so that's the introduction for processing section. So it includes machines for cutting, rasper, and centrifuge for fiber separation, descending hydrocyclone machine for protein and cell liquids separation, and the pillar centrifuge for starch slurry dehydration. So all this is for the processing section of cassava starch production line. So the next and the last section is drying section. This is drying section. And we matched the flash dryer for this drying section. Let me find pictures of flash dryer for your reference. This is the flash dryer, the equipment for drying section. It adopts negative pressure drying system to reduce starch lost in the hot air, and the pulse tube design, which is one thin tube and one thick tube, reduces the speed of material passing through, extends the residence time of the material, and ensures the drying effect. And for this drying system, we will match automatic interlocking control by by predicting the feed water content and inlet and outlet air temperature. The feed and the inlet air volume of the entire drying system are automatically adjusted. So we can adjust and the starch moisture content by automatically control the inlet temperature and the inlet moisture content of wet starch powders. This is drying system. So you can see that the dehydrated starch will firstly put into our hopper, and this hopper, under this hopper there is our through conveyor will send wet starch powders into the flash dryer machine by a vino, and then by the effect of pressure generated by our fan, the starch powder will up into these drying tubes and then discharged by the cyclones. And there is heat exchanger installed at the beginning of the drying tube. It is for this heat exchanger, a steam boiler needs to be connected to the heat exchanger, so that when cold air comes, through this heat exchanger it will become into hot air, and hot air mixed with the wet starch powder, and then the drying can be happened inside the drying tubes. After drying, the sieving machine is installed, and to separate the coarse and the large particle starch, and to ensure the fineness of final starch. This is the sieving machine used for starch production line, used for separation of coarse powder, ensuring
有买家进入
fineness
直
of
播间了。
final starch content products. So after the sieving machine, the packaging machine will be installed, so that the starch can be packed immediately and then can stored in the warehouse. Okay, let me find you. Okay, and apart from the main equipment, we will also supply the small parts, the connection parts, the pipes, and the control panel. And this one in the picture you see is electricity control cabinet. We will have small panels and the big panels to do the electricity control. And also we can supply the cable bridge to make the factory like a very standard size, meet the standard size. Okay, so that is for the equipment introduction. And now I'm going to replace the video for the whole production. Okay, so I will replace the video for the 3D video for cassava starch production line so that we can review again. Okay, so what you are seeing now is the production line for cassava starch production, and the firstly it will shows you the general layout of the equipment and every machine. This 3D video is made based on the project we did before. By this 3D video, you can clearly see every equipment and see the layout. So firstly, cassava tubers will be put into this feeding hopper by a wheel loader, and under this hopper there is a vibration device to send cassava tubers to the belt conveyor. The vibration device can prevent cassava blocking under the hopper. So these cassava tubers will be conveyed by the conveyors to the first cleaning machine, the dry sieve machine. The dry sieve machine will improve the impurities, and then these impurities will be collected and discharged by this hopper. And after cleaning, cassava tubers will drop down into the paddle washing machine for complete cleaning. And cleaned cassava tubers will be transferred by the belt conveyor to the next crushing section. Firstly is the cutting machine. The cutting machine will cut 4 pieces and big size cassava tubers into small pieces firstly, and then they will be collected and conveyed by the screw conveyors to the recipe machine. Before cassava go into recipe machine, we will install the magnetic bars to absorb and remove the metals, because if metals drop down to the recipe, saw blades will be damaged. So this recipe machine can crush cassava into very fine mesh to release starch contents as much as possible. And in the market now, recipe machine has the highest crushing efficiency. It can ensure that high starch extraction rate, which is more than 96%. After cassava crushing, this slurry will be pumped into centrifugal sieve machine to separate fibers. You can see the inside structure of this machine. So the slurry will be sprayed on the surface of the screen, and the fibers will stay on the screen and discharged by the chamber, and the slurry will go through the screen and discharged by another chamber. You can see there are 2 outlets. One outlet is for fibers discharge, another one is for the slurry. And to ensure the good efficiency of separation, we will normally match multiple stage of centrifugal sieve machines, like 4 or 5 stages. It depends on the capacity. So the fibers from the first stage will be pumped into the second stage to clean and separate again. At the same time, the fibers from second hydrocyclone from the second centrifugal sieve will go to the third stage, and then to the fourth stage, to the fifth stage. Cleaning water will be added at the end of the centrifugal sieve, so that the fibers cannot take out away the starch. After centrifugal sieve, there is our fine fiber sieve machine to separate the tiny size fibers that exist in the slurry. After that, we can get this is cassava slurry will go to the descender machine to remove sand debris. And after descending, the process is to remove the protein and cell liquids from the cassava slurry. Here we use the machine hydrocyclone station. Now you can see the inside structure of the hydrocyclone. There are a lot of white small pipes inside this chamber, and the slurry go into this pipe through the inlet, and then starch and cell liquids can be discharged from different outlets. You can see that there are 3 chambers of this hydrocyclone. The middle chamber is inlet of slurry, and the outside 2 chambers is for discharge of starch. One side is for starch, and another side is for protein and cell liquids. To ensure the good efficiency and high purification of starch, we match 18 stages of hydrocyclone. It has the function of concentration, refining, recycling, and you can see that there are 3 colors of this hydrocyclone pipes. One is brown color, another is yellow color, and white colors. The yellow color is the inlet of the slurry, and the brown color is the separated protein and cell liquids. The white color is for the purified starch. We can see that the direction of starch slurry and the cell liquids are opposite. So after purification, the starch milk will be stored into our tank, and then this starch milk will be pumped into the next process, that is dehydration of cassava starch milk. Here we use the pillar centrifugal sieve machine. This pillar centrifugal machine can very well dehydrate cassava starch slurry into wet starch cakes. It can reduce the moisture into around 40%. And after that, wet starch will be sent into the flash dryer machine. At the beginning of the flash dryer, as you can see, the yellow color is the heat exchanger. It will be connected to steam boiler that can change the cold air into hot air. So the hot air will mix with wet starch powders by heat exchanging the air. The hot air will take out moisture, and wet starch powder will be dried into dry powder with moisture around 40%, 14, 12 to 14%. The moisture content of final starch can be adjusted by using the automatic control system. So after drying is finished, starch will be discharged by this hydrocyclone, collected into a hopper, and then dropped down to the sieving machine. The one you can see that is in the color of red and white is the sieving machine. It can separate the coarse starch powders and ensure good and good fineness of final starch. And after sieving, we can get the final starch product with high quality, and packaging machine is installed after sieving to pack starch directly. And then here you can see is the control system, the control room. You can see the control panels, and also we normally match the online monitoring system, PLC system, to ensure high working efficiency of whole production line. It can clearly see the working condition of every section, and can operate by using the computer. Okay, so that's the process introduction of cassava starch. Okay, so that's all for today's introduction about the cassava starch line. As the last, I'd like to introduce you again about our company. Our company, Doing Holdings, is a group company, and under this company, we have different branch companies that do different products. And our company was established in the year of 2011, and up to now we have more than 12 years experience in the field of cassava processing equipment, and our equipment has been exported to many countries like in Southeast Asia, like Indonesia, Thailand, Laos, Myanmar, Philippines, and in Africa countries we supplied machines to Nigeria, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Ivory Coast, Liberia, DR Congo, Tanzania, Uganda, etc. And we can do all kinds of cassava processing equipment like machines for gari production, cassava flour production, cassava starch production, cassava chipping line, and all cassava related products. If you have planned to set up our cassava processing plant, you can contact us. Our engineer and our project manager can do our proposal according to your conditions. So this is our factory. So we have our own engineer team and have our own factory. We can ensure the delivery time, ensure high quality of equipment, ensure the most competitive price. Besides, we have branch company in Nigeria. The overseas office can ensure good after-sales service. You see the workshop, our factory. Okay, so this that's all for today's introduction. And this is Judy from Doing Company in China. If you are interested in any kind of Cassava equipment, welcome to leave your message. We will contact you soon. Okay. So if you have no questions, I'm going to leave this live stream. I'm going to finish this live stream and see you next time.